Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 20. And I am not surprised, but scared by the title of the episode because this episode is titled Pain. Looks like the Battle of Ketil's Farm isn't gonna go too well, huh? It's already not going very well. We've got some badassery about to happen. Thorgil's gonna make a really cool move where he's going to emerge out of the dark water like some kind of nightmare, and I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's gonna work. I think he's gonna get cut down by a group of his former comrades. And I think the same goes for most of the people fighting in this battle right now on the side of Ketil's farm, including a whole bunch of characters that we like a lot. This is the end game. This is where things lead in this world, in this way of doing things. Yeah? But there's one group with a chance to escape, and it's us. Some of us might not make it. I don't know that Arnheid will. She seems like she's already well on her way out of this world. But Thorfinn and Einar and Leif and other Thorfinn, we could get out of here. For real. But it won't be without a cost, huh? We've already paid so much of a price. What more can we pay? I don't know. If it is what I suspect and Arne doesn't make it, I wonder who that will turn Einar into. I wonder what that will do to him. But I expect to focus, given our title, on war, on battle. A place, a thing that has been encroaching, step by step, on the relatively peaceful world that we've been able to live in here on the farm. Now it has come in full. Blood is already being spilled upon the beaches, and it's just a matter of the march forward. These peasants don't stand a chance. Some of our great characters, our powerful fighters, might survive. Some of our sneaky runaways might live too. But this is crushing. I'm going to give you a little personal context. I feel quite weird today. It's early in the morning. I just went with my partner and we dropped off our little puppy to get spayed, and it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. But there's tons of anxiety and fear and stuff in the air, and just like uncertainty, around the precious life of a tiny little cute creature, you know? And that is coloring my whole perceptions and stuff for the day. So if I'm not fully in it, I apologize. I still want to record. I don't want to use this as a reason to not watch some Vinland, but I might not fully process what happens in the episode. Maybe I will. Maybe it'll be more poignant than ever because of things that are going on. Sometimes it ends up being that way, huh? Either way, we have this beautiful show telling these really interesting stories to us. And that comes with a lot of points where the stories are hard. And hard in various directions in different ways. And I expect that this incoming episode is going to be hard. You don't title an episode Pain without expecting that you're going to dole some out, perhaps. So I'm ready for it. Let's experience some pain. Let's see what happens when an overwhelming force, like a tidal wave, crashes against the rocks of one man's little farm. Let's watch episode 20 of Vinland Saga Season 2 and find out what happens next to our characters. 2 versions. Picture-in-picture in the description. Timer on YouTube. Beep beep timer. I wonder whose voice that is. Oh. Fox. That's perfect for this, because he is part of the warrior thing, but he's not. He's not one of them. Whoa. The character who was poking and prodding and trying to get people into the pit. Frozen. This is bigger than your mind. He's playing with him too. Wow, this CG for character animation fighting is new. And Snake is there. Boss indeed. We've only got one of him, man. My guy, you're gonna bleed out. That's just a man. It'll be fine. That's a war machine. Phase 1 complete. Shut the fuck up, bud. Yep. We've all learned the lesson, why didn't you? It all falls apart around Ketiel, all his illusions of power. Might makes right. Might makes right. Do you taste the iron? Do you taste it? It tastes like blood. Blood and irony. Snake? No. Oh? Oh. Same power dynamic also. How in control of your troops are you really? Oh, Wolf just left! Oh, it's just 2 of them! He's gonna assume that Canute can't fight. He's gonna... Chance! Holy fuck, the JoJo's! Holy JoJo's! He's gonna assume that Canute can't fight. Move. Ha 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 ha! Oh my god. Woo! Do you think Kettle's actually dead? We just saw the helmet fly up. Maybe he just got clonked. What if we did, a riches to rags with Kettle? We just set it up with the, like, don't you understand how it feels to be a helpless pauper now? What if we did a riches to rags with Kettle? It would have so much harmony to it. But I don't think that we like him enough. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We've seen him train. Oh, it dinged his blade. Yeah, he's better than you thought. Oh my god. He put all his... Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. He almost couldn't. Respect. You know. You know what you're dealing with, though. Ha ha! Oh my god, the cloak! Fucking brilliant. Oh my god. He's smart. He's so smart. You're still monologuing. A thrown blade? Wolf? Eyes open. Ha ha! Hicka! I think Thorgil's stronger than he. Oi! That's the right way to fight. Oh my god, Wolf! Let's go. And Canute's in for the strike. Fuck no. It's over, my guy. Is he gonna run? A beast cornered now. Yeah, he knows he's dead. Oh, he's gonna run! I didn't think he would. I thought his pride would hold him. That was ballsy as fuck. Yeah. Oh, that's so Griffith gutsy. Okay, this creates a dip in the fighting, but it's like it's no use. Can he find him? Will he find him? He's the only one who could. Right? Ooh, that's... Yeah, I don't know about that. I wonder what those responsibilities are in this day and age. The flies come. Oh, not even. Just dust and ash. Fuck. Aren't you glad we have war again? It has to do with all of us. The sounds of battle disturb her rest. The clouds are completely frozen. I don't know about another village to burn, man. Yes. Everyone knows it everywhere they are. They'll be fought here again. Yeah, you go to the place where there's no war. Yeah. There's a road. They're waiting for you. Yeah. Yeah, you deserve to go there. One day when our world looks like that world, we'll see each other again. That's what reaching out to someone can do. It can do a lot. Even if it's a nightmare, we're not alone. Let her go. Let her go. The child's... The child's already there. Yeah. Let her go. It's time. What good has ever come out of it? It's so close. Reversal. Because you love her. Oh, man. I don't think so. I'll be disappointed if we do a reversal of this. Her suffering is over, man. Now we have work to do here. So let's bring them. I'm sorry. That's how I'm coping. Fucking put her on the figurehead. Carve her on the figurehead. Like, I'm waiting for it. Suddenly, JoJo's. No fucking way. Hey, what's up? Oh shit. Yeah, that guy. No. Oh fuck. Nope. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. It's grief, man. Excellent setup. The revenge won't work. It won't work. He's not letting him go there. He's not gonna let him go there. He's a good fucking friend. Brother! Holy fucking shit. Are we gonna travel with Snake? Are we taking Snake with us? Are you fucking kidding me? That would be crazy. Or is he gonna find his own path? What's that bumming? Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was diegetic or not. It's the calling of something beyond. Okay. Canute? What do you think of that? Whoa. He has to. He has to. Yeah. He's been searching for you for like your whole life. Please. Please nail that the loop is just gonna happen again. If we don't change something. Mm. Holy shit, Thorfinn. Holy shit, my guy. that's that's metal as fuck. We're gonna go talk. That's the choice at the end of it, is to go and talk. Holy fuck. Now, I've got a curious question. How I don't remember how much time Thorfinn and Canute spent near each other. Like how likely is it that Canute is gonna recognize him and know what he's talking to? I don't know. Omar. Courage. Oh my god, Omar. I'm excited for Omar's journey. God, what a derail. I almost get derailed by watching those little things at the end. This episode is powerful, and I think primarily powerful from like a writing perspective. There are so many things in this that I think are just like really solid payoffs for stuff that I didn't realize were setups. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Just a bunch of really incredible choices that I find really powerful. So we'll start with the very first one. I think it starts us off on a great point. Fox as our viewpoint into battle and the horrors of is a character who was the champion of war at the beginning of our season, of battle and fighting for its own sake, for violence itself, a bully. And now it flips. And just as powerful as he, a guy with a sword, is to a kid without one, those fuckers are to him. That war machine walking toward him, grinning, is to him. Oh, it tastes like irony blood. It's delicious. I mean, it's horrifying, and that's delicious. That's incredible. Our purpose for our sequence is to show that war is horrid. So we take a character who fucking loves it, and we make it horrid for him. God. Bluebirds chiming, singing out the windows. Fuck. It's perfect. And it's matched up with something that the show does incredibly well, because the manga, I assume, does it incredibly well, which is the faces and voices of these characters expressing glee at their battlefield delights, right? Fuck, these violent delights have violent ends. Straight up, live by the sword, die by the sword. Harmonious, cyclical, like your just desserts karmic retribution type of shit is all woven into this perfectly. And it happens on like a collective social level, which is where a lot of our focus kind of is in terms of the way that I'm thinking about the show. And it emphasizes it on a deeply personal, individualistic level and says, you, Mr. War, Mr. Violence, Mr. Sword, the cackling face of death comes for you. How do you feel about it? And you go, no. But you're perfectly happy being on the other side of the blade. You're perfectly happy as long as yours is the one wielding the handle of the sword, right? So here we are. Everybody loves taking, nobody likes being taken from. Everybody loves making money, but nobody likes being exploited for their labor. Everybody likes killing, and nobody wants to be fucking killed. Bit of a problem. Real problem there. Like, core human problem. Humans like killing each other. Humans don't like dying. Interesting. Fundamental issue with the way that we operate. Goddamn. It's cool to have characters that have been scary to us because we're slaves. Like, we don't have fucking weapons. We don't have anything, right? They have swords and horses and friends and stuff. Badger and Fox are terrors. They literally terrorize our characters. They're horrifying to us. They're monsters. They're death incarnate. And yet they are small compared to bigger death. And it's like, it's always that way. There's always a bigger death. Or you get old and you stop being the strongest death, and then a new death comes along and it's like, I'm the new death now, get wrecked. Fuck. And as Thorfinn says at the end, God watches from his throne and does nothing. No hope from religion here. At least not in deific terms, right? The only hope that religion has for controlling human behavior is human control. It's humans controlling human behavior at the behest of religious ideas and at the behest of the control and authoritarianism that's born out of the organizations that come out of that. It doesn't, like, help. It doesn't help. So what the fuck do? We get scared, we die, and we watch a lot of people die on the battlefield, just like dozens or hundreds of battlefields before this. This is normal. This is like, that's what we're doing so well I think so well, so incredibly well, is this is like a day in the office. This is normal. This is the way it is. It's cool. It's cool. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I imagine that the manga drawings of these are really heart-wrenching. This already is pretty fucking heart-wrenching. I really like enemy swordsman guy. He's like thin and small, you know, but he's still one of them, and he's toying with Badger, literally baiting him, like, come on, get me, which does happen in skilled martial combat with weapons. It's fucking crazy, but it does fucking happen. And then something really interesting happens. Like we're in this 2D stuff here, but this soldier starts to be animated via like CG modes in a way that's really curious. I think it starts in this frame. Oh shit. Okay, so what the heck is going on here? Okay, I feel like a very talented animator just animated that one. So at some point something changes and I start thinking that there's CG going on. I'm wondering how that happens. When does that happen? What's going on here? Get frozen in place. What the fuck is this? This is not normal. The subtlety of angles in everything is too precise. The spatial consistency is too precise too, at least around the weapons. These have been rigged. These have been rigged to models at some point. It's either these have been rigged to models or they're rotoing. They might be rotoing like HEMA guys. Or, you know, staff members, right? Moving stuff around. But they're drawing something that's been matched to video. Because why are there individual frames right here? Like why are we still animating this way in portions? There's like a lack of frame modulation. It's not designed as classical 2D animation by a 2D animator. It's designed like 3D animation or like film, like roto. Either this has been rotoed or it's being drawn over 3D models, and it's so naturalistic. It's so natural. But then there's a consistency to the solid objects, the shield and the sword in particular, that makes me think that they're objects being registered here. And we have those models for the other Jomsvikings. We're using them in the background, but we're not using one here. He's drawn. He's definitely drawn. But is he drawn over? Like, that's so... filmic. It also has the distinct feel... There's something else. It has the distinct feel of people swinging prop swords a little bit slower than real life. It's a very distinct feel, and you can see it sometimes in film when it's done and then it's sped up. It doesn't quite look right. And it's like, you're not carrying momentum through properly, right? So if you're holding a sword and it weighs a couple pounds, it's not that heavy, but it's heavy at the point because you're holding it out, right? So you hold it out and you're holding it up. You're holding a lot of upward force in it as you pull it across, right? But if I swing it fast, I'm putting all horizontal force into it. So I swing it and it's just swinging through, right? I'm not putting any upward force to like hold it up and move it. Here, I've got a hammer. Swing, 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 swing slowly. I'm having to like hold it up and rigidify my arm in order to do it. And that's the sense that I get a little bit in these sword strokes is that whoosh instead of whoosh. Which makes me think that we're not, because like animators think in whoosh. Anticipation, whoosh, follow through. Animation. Film doesn't think. Film just registers what's there, and it just registers click, 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 click. I'm really curious. So this is a technical question as to who the fuck did this and how it was done. I don't know. It's really interesting. Oh, and we get a great example of what animator stuff looks like. Is like these big follow throughs. Of course, that's in a cool big moment as Snake jumps through and is our big salvation and stuff, which is fucking awesome. A real leader, and a real battlefield commander making direct battlefield calls in the moment for good reason, out of experience. Not like Ketil, who is sort of doing classic bad commander stuff. Yeah, don't run away, fight, you fools, when he himself is pretty much a coward and won't fight. Yeah. But it gives us a wonderful opportunity. As he yells something incredibly stupid. I'll never forgive your debt. Huh? You and what power? Like, your power to levy debts is gone, man. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. It's over. So do you know how it feels to be a helpless serf now? No matter how unfair it might be, you shouldn't defy the king. After all, we've all learned the lesson. And that's our relationship to you. That's Arnheid's relationship to you. This is the perfect follow-up to that realization of the actual dynamic of power that you've engaged in. You've engaged in this dynamic of power and you believe yourself loved by your people, but you misunderstand. You forced that love. You forced it. And now you're on the other end of it, and now you begin to understand, and it's too late. And it's exactly the same as what's happening with the soldiers. We say they didn't know how outmatched they were until they were dead, right? You don't know the difference between you, peasant with pitchfork, doesn't know how to fight, and Jomsviking, dude with sword. He's just a human. It's just a guy. The difference between us, like, I have a chance, right? I have a shot. Maybe it's like 5%. It's 1 on a d20, but I have a shot. I could do this. Doesn't power scale that way, man. It doesn't fucking work that way, right? Like, shit. That's a really, yeah. You don't know until wham. You always think you're on the up. You're on the, like, winning side until you're not. It's very human to, like, miscalculate risks that way. We miscalculate our risks. We see ourselves as on top. We see ourselves as, I'm the big fish, and then a bigger fish who you can't even comprehend comes, wow. You shouldn't defy the king. Ah. It's good stuff. Might makes right, Master Ketil. Might makes right. You were the one chanting it. This is the way we live. Ah. Oh, it's perfect. So Ketil gets clonked real good. It's unclear how much brain he has left. His eyes look real concussed-y, real fucked up. But we'll find out eventually, because he's still fucking alive. I love seeing the setup. Who's there for Canute? Who's there to protect him? But there's something else that happens here. Canute has given a very specific set of orders. He wants this thing done, but he wants it done his way. He's trying to make statements about it, and he's also trying to fulfill his own ideals, right? Like, he doesn't want to do this in a needlessly cruel manner. He wants to do it properly. He wants to capture Ketil. He wants to not kill the fleeing people, right? Like, those are peasants. They're valuable. Once they're alive and power has switched, probably we're not going to murder them. We're going to set them back to slavery and working on the fields and just be like, well, now your debts restart and you're back in it forever, right? You're enslaved again. Good job. So Canute has all these side goals, these things that need to go his way, but he doesn't get a choice in how things are executed. He's about to discover that part of the problem with being in power is that you get further away from the actual execution points of your power. He's close to it right now because he's here. He gets to see what goes wrong. He gets to see people fucking up directly. They're right in front of him. He's on the battlefield. But if he gets a little bit more powerful and he's waging wars that are farther afield, suddenly those things are outside of his direct control. And his idealistic empire that's built on, like, we won't harm innocents, suddenly they're harming innocents because that's what the warriors do, and it's out of Canute's control. Suddenly he's actually not really in control of any of the things that he's nominally in control of. He's more bound by the crown than the crown and its the power that it represents is bound to him. Which is a really good follow-up of a lot of the ideas that we've been building around kingship and power for Canute. It's very curious. It's as though he's forced by his position into all these particular decisions, but then even those decisions, his agency over the way that those decisions are executed is being eroded. Because he has to delegate further and further to people who are further from him in terms of what he actually cares about. Already we have this divide between him and the head of the Jomsvikings, right? Who just on the ships was like, yeah, no, there's a distinction. You don't command us. That's not how this works, which is really interesting. It's a tenuous grasp on power, and it's easy to see that it could flip, too. Okay. Badassery beyond badassery. Fucking hell. Just gonna chill here and watch. I feel so good about having drawn this. Like, it's very, very funny to me how almost exactly accurate this is to that frame. I mean, it's the same character. This was him, like, looking up over the water was what I intended here, but holy shit! It's crazy. I did that without references at all. I just did that from my brain. So I feel I'm like, oh shit, I drew a face and it looks like the character it's supposed to be. Wild. Chance. I love it. What a guy. I love that he makes it out of this. What a fucking guy. What a fucking thing. It's cool that we've done all this setup of Canute becoming an able warrior in his own right. Like, he's not a Jomsviking. He's not he's not Thorfinn. He's not Thorgil. He's no monster of monsters. But, like, he can defend himself for a couple of seconds until his Praetorian guard shows up and saves his ass. That's huge. That's huge. That's the difference between a king and a corpse. Amazing. Every head of state should have some kind of training like this, right? Like, duh. Probably most don't, which is crazy to me, but, like, duh. Shing, bam. Oh my god. The fact that it bends the sword at the blade axis, like that way, not that way. That way? Fuck. Yeah, that would break my hand and my arm and my just shatter everything. Ah, it's so cool to see that there are levels to this shit, you know? Peasants to Fox to Jomsvikings, most Jomsvikings to, like, elite guard, Thorkel, Thorfinn, Thor, all the Thors. You know? It's fucking sick. You're pretty good. You're worth killing, honestly. Like, I thought this would just be, you know, taking candy from a baby and then murdering the baby, but you're not a baby. I'm pleased. I get to fight you. But you shouldn't be pleased. He buys himself a few seconds, and it's all he really needs. And it's not just prowess, it's smarts. Canute's actual intelligence plays a huge role here. And he just barely makes it. And I mean, so it's hard because timing is weird because this is a manga panel, right? So, like, he's saying this in a manga panel, which takes no time. But in the anime, it's a moment where I'm like, you're monologuing, stab him in the throat right now. He doesn't have time. A sword gets thrown. I think Wolf throws a sword, which is awesome. Fucking crazy. And then tackles him. Fucking crazy. And then getting his eye gouged out keeps choking him. Fucking crazy. Janir! Manly mans. Manly men's. And I love this scream of fucking rage and agony and futility. I tried, I threw the Hail Mary, I went for it, and it doesn't work. I thought at this moment, this is Thorgil's pride, and he chooses to die here. I'm surprised that he runs. I love it. I love it. I really approve. I appreciate it for his character because I think it would be easy to write him as just like war is war, but he's like a little smarter than that. I think that that's a characteristic of kind of like sword and sorcery style Conan-ish anti-heroes, right? Where they don't give a fuck. They don't care what methods they use. They're gonna get the thing done. They want to get the thing done. And Thorgil, as like a vigilante who wants to get the thing done, and the thing is Canute's fucking head. I love it. I love it. I think it's really cool. I like that he will use any means at his disposal and he'll run. He doesn't care. It's not about honor anymore, right? That's not what this is about. And it's kind of like, it's on that level where like his honor has been besmirched to the point, his family's honor has been besmirched. It doesn't matter. This is death. This is blood. And he is like a warrior. He's here to fight. We see that again. We see that also in the like the life or death moment with the strangling. It's like how dishonorable to go for your opponent's eyes. It's like, nah, fuck you. Honor, there's honor in winning. I'll decide what's honorable when you're dead. I'll decide. And that's kind of right on, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. Might makes right, as we say. Let's actually say that that's an interesting thing to bring up because right, good, noble. Noble's a good one, huh? Good sir, our language belies some of these ideas. Might makes right is literally true. Noble is literally noble. And how did the nobles get to that position of power and authority? Violence. Power. Might makes right is literally true. Our definitions of goodness, in most cases, are those things which have generated power. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's the whole takeaway. Not that we think that power is good, but that our very understanding of what good things are and what it means to be good is to be powerful, to be successful. Rawr. Fuck! He fucking wants him! Ah! It's cool. So, a split. The fighting ends for a moment. We have a moment to lick our wounds and run the fuck away. You have responsibilities as the losing force's leader. I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know how it would play out in normal circumstances versus here. I don't know what Snake expects. I think that Snake believes that he can save the rest of his men. That this is a lost battle, and that the way that things go is a lost battle ends with the commander's head. But I don't know. Snake has some strange loyalties. So I'm not sure what he's actually going to do here. He says, Iron Fist Kettle, this lie of a name. And then we pan around the battlefield and let the horror sink in. And it's that far away, as though it should be separate, as though it should not affect us at all, Arnheid is troubled by the sounds of battle. They're the same sounds. And I think that that's thematically potent. It's not our problem. The show says yes, it is. It's all of our problem. Everywhere, no matter where you are or how far away it seems. It's coming. It's a human problem and you're human. It's a fire that burns everything. You can't run away. The sound of the world falling apart. That's right. That battle has nothing to do with us. No. And her follow-up questions cut through to that. Where are we going? Okay, we'll go to Iceland. We'll go away. Okay, cool. Is there war there? Are there slaves there? Is it better than here? It's not better. It's free for now. But there was war, and there will be again. So we return to the same situation, waiting for the world to fall apart again. So she says, I will not go. I have another road open to me, and I choose it. And we spend a number of minutes trying to get her to not choose that path. But she knows where she's going. They're waiting. She's come back to express something powerful, that they made her not alone in this nightmare that she was in. And I think it's really powerful because it's right, you know? All around you are people experiencing the reality of right now as though it is a nightmare in many ways. And you could make them feel a little less alone. Maybe. In that small way, you create a bubble of something that is different, that isn't consumed by everything else. A little piece of connection that creates something magical. They were able to produce that for Arnheid. I think that's worthwhile. I think it's really powerful. Thank you, she says. The child is gone. She has nothing, no reason to stay here. And this serves as a powerful echo of Thorfinn's own statements about the meaninglessness of life. He finds himself standing over her, watching his own words come out of her mouth, and it's unclear how he feels about them now. It seems to me like he feels differently. She fades and we attempt CPR. If you know CPR, you know that this doesn't work. It's time to let her go. And I had a thought and I said it out loud and I want to say it again because I think it's a powerful one. It struck me as potent. We'll say goodbye for now and you can go off to that beautiful world that you're bound for. And one day, when we've made this world more like that one, perhaps we'll see each other again. I have this idea that I've said a number of times in the beginning of our show, and I haven't brought it up for a little while, that whether you're going to end up in an analog to heaven or an analog to hell is up to you, and it's not metaphysical. It's present and temporal and right now, right here in this world now, and it's based on your own perceptions of reality, and it will happen to you based on how you act. I think that's true. And I think that in a strange way, if we move more toward a constructed heaven on earth, we will be more connected and close to the kinds of places that we hope others reach. I don't know what the fuck where I'm going. I do know where I'm going. I'm going weird places. Going weird places. Maybe we could make Earth make reality so empty of suffering that one would never feel the need to leave to a better place because they're already there. I don't know. I'm struggling. You shouldn't need to die to go to a place without pain. Maybe we could make that happen here. Maybe we could blend those worlds and bring reality up to the point that it is undeniably heaven itself. I wonder how we could do that. Why do I have to live? And his answer is because I love you. I don't think that's enough of an answer, Einar. I'm sorry. I really like the musical build-up and overall sound around Arnheid's speech. There's this pervasive silence, like being in a deep fog, with only her voice, ragged, drawn, cutting through it. And then as we move further, as she begins to express that everyone is dead, and her gratitude, we bring music in, and then begin to build it up to tragedy. And then as she dies, begin to build it up to almost climax, making it seem as though there might be hope, almost. And then it drops away. I appreciate that. I think it was really potent. So holding her in his arms, Thorfinn recounts the existence of Vinland. A place you would be able to go. A place you can never see. And so we say an oath to the world will create a country of peace. And we position him a lot like Giorno for... I don't know, my mind does that. Thorfinn has to punch Einar to prevent him from killing Ketil. The anger you feel will not disappear. All it will do will lock you into this cycle. Ideal hits action. And in some places it fails. And Thorfinn gets back up and walks toward the battlefield, toward the soldiers, to try to stop it. And says the most badass, incredibly hard thing ever. There's only 100 of them. I am definitely going to be able to get out alive. Holy shit. I feel emotionally drained. I feel really curious about some of our threads, like Ketil and Snake. I would love for that to become an ongoing side story. I feel bad that Arnheid is dead, but I had made my peace with her dying a couple episodes ago. So, it's no great surprise. I'm really excited to have Thorgil out wandering the world being a violent psychopath, but now he's a violent psychopath on a mission, and I love it. I'm really interested to see what Thorfinn walks in and says, and how this conversation goes. He's just one man, powerless, mightless, standing up against not just an army, not just a king, but like the vehicle of war itself. And he's going to try to carve out something. We'll see how it goes next week. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Vinland Saga. I'll see you next time for more. Much love. Peace.